much. Welcome, one and all, down here, up there, out there. Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Woo. It is... What is this, March what? What is this, in March 24th, something like that? 27th, March 27th.
Something like that.
Gotta get a new calendar. It's our first show back from spring break. What did I miss? Did anyone get indicted? Did anyone go anywhere fun, like jail? No? No? Okay. You'll recall that previously on The Late Show, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg was expected to bring charges against the former president for an alleged hush money payment to porn star Stormy Daniels, which would make him the first former U.S. president ever to be criminally indicted. Although most historians agree that Martin Van Buren should have gone to jail for this haircut. Oh. This indictment was such a sure thing that the target of the investigation posted this on Truth Social. The far and away leading Republican candidate and former president of the United States of America will be arrested on Tuesday of next week. Everyone's, I know, I remember that feeling. Everyone was so excited, but alas, it did not happen, making this his most inaccurate forecast since every time he said, "Till death do us part." In his posts, sure, why not? In his posts, former president also encouraged his supporters to protest, take our nation back, and warned that his arrest could bring about potential death and destruction. What, again? He wants a sequel to January 6th with the protests and the violence and the, I'm sorry, what do you call it?
The poo-poo.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Always so delicate. The protests were perhaps not as large as he had called for, because this is it. So it's less Jan 6th and more Jan and 6 of her friends. One reporter who was at the protest described it by saying, "It's just a bunch of cameras taking a picture of a guy who was putting on a rat suit next to a guitar with the words 'Hang Fauci' on it." So Rudy was there? Is that the rat suit? Is that the rat suit? At a rally this weekend, the former president addressed his legal troubles.
And yet, after going over 11 million pages of documents, I built a great company. They've got nothing. They've got nothing. It probably makes me the most innocent man in the history of our country. Friends of mine say that.
Those have got to be the two biggest lies he's ever told. He is the most innocent man in history, and that he has friends. This rally was held in Waco, Texas on Saturday, and instead of someone singing the Star-Spangled Banner, the rally began with this announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and place your hand over your heart for the #1 song on iTunes, Amazon, and the Billboard charts, "Justice for All," featuring President Donald J. Trump and the J6 Choir.
Now, if you have not heard of them, the J6 Choir is made up of a group of inmates who are in prison for their actions in the January 6th riot. It is the hottest musical prison crossover since Manson and Garfunkel. Sure. One, he can sing. Sang with the Beach Boys. One quibble, Justice for All is not actually the top song on streaming platforms or the real Billboard charts. It's the top song that people are paying to download on iTunes because their grandchildren don't like them enough to help them set up Spotify. That did not stop the former president from repeating the claim.
That song tells you a lot because it's #1 in every single category. #2 was Taylor Swift. #3 was Miley Cyrus.
Yes, Miley Cyrus. and of course, her alter ego, Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana. Diana, Idaho. Jermaine, Maine. Former president's main competition for the GOP nomination remains Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. And the former president believes DeSantis owes him his career. And he recounted the moment in 2018 when the governor begged for his endorsement.
I'm a loyalist, and when a man comes to me, tears in his eyes, he's at almost nothing in the polls. I said, you can't win, can you? How do you can win? Sir, if you endorse me, I'll win. Please. Please, sir, endorse me. I said, let's give it a shot, Ron. And I endorsed him, and he became like a rocket ship.
Well, I don't know about rocket. If you look at him, he's actually got the aerodynamics of a kegerator. So there's news from Florida, the #1 place to hear the phrase, oh, you mean the other alligator who held up a tiki bar. Last week in the state capital of Tallahassee, a school principal resigned after parents complained that a lesson on Michelangelo's David exposed 6th graders to pornography. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. My favorite part of any porno is when someone is standing flaccid while thinking about murdering a giant. Oh, yeah. It's got me wondering, though, is all Renaissance art smut? I'm looking at you, Mona Lisa. What are you smiling about? Could it be boobs? I don't know about that joke. Let's go back over here. Apparently, it's a funny word. It's a funny word. Apparently, 2 parents complained that they weren't notified in advance that a nude would be shown. Nothing creepy about that. Look, I just want to know when the nudes are going to show up. Also, the kind of nudes. What are we talking about here? Like, tasteful, like the good stuff, because I'm an art lover. I mean, I'm a concerned parent. Obviously, this is silly, and the people over in Italy agree, which is why, in response, this week, the Florence Museum that actually exhibits the statue invited the parents and students to visit, saying, to think that David could be pornographic means truly not understanding the contents of the Bible, not understanding Western culture, and not understanding Renaissance art. So, Florida. There's also news out of Utah because they're holding a trial involving lifestyle guru Gwyneth Paltrow, seen here being the richest person who buys their glasses at the CVS checkout. My dear, dear friend Gwyneth is currently on trial in a civil lawsuit for a skiing collision in 2016. Specifically, a retired optometrist is suing her, claiming she plowed into him on a bunny hill and callously skied away, which is the whitest sentence I've ever read. That's the whitest thing. That's the whitest thing I've ever heard. And I'll have you know, I have my boat mechanic on speed dial. But Paltrow is countersuing now, claiming the optometrist actually skied him to her, saying his story is largely made up. He's a bumbling optometrist. She's a celebrity mogul. They collide on a ski mountain, and neither one can remember what happened. This Christmas, see Hallmark's newest hit, Goopsie Daisy, a ski accident of the heart. Never saw that, but I like it. Forgot to look at that, but that's good. Goopsie Daisy. Trial's still ongoing, and we don't know who crashed into whom. What we do know is Gwyneth Paltrow should take the stand more often because she is a hoot. Here she is being questioned about her reaction to the crash.
You were furious and said you skied directly into my effing back at the top of your lungs.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I apologize for my bad language.
As well you should, Gwyneth. I expect more dignity from the woman who sells candles called This Smells Like My Vagina. It's a true story. That's a true story. But Paltrow isn't the only one who suffered because the victim says he is now unable to enjoy wine tastings after the ski collision. That is tragic. I believe his tongue now qualifies for a handicap parking in front of the liquor store. But the real star of this trial is the optometrist lawyer, who is, in legal terms, thirsty AF. Here she is questioning Paltrow.
Since you're not down here, may I ask how tall you are?
I'm just under 5'10".
Okay. I am so jealous.
I think I'm shrinking, though.
You and me both. I have to wear 4-inch heels just to make it to 5'5".
Well,
so.
they're very nice.
Well, thank you.
That is classic prosecutor grilling the witness. Reminds me of this famous scene from A Few Good Men.
You want answers?
I want smoother skin!
You have beautiful skin.
We got a great show for you tonight.